So like, you make him a little bit more, you give him a little bit more of a spotlight. Suddenly, suddenly he's treated more like a big deal. Suddenly he's treated more like a big deal. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Heartgold Randomized Egglocke. In the previous episode, we finished up the rest of Lighthouse, then we started making our way down here, kind of over by the Whirl Islands, doing some battling, making sure our team hits level 30, which we're pretty close right now. And we actually were in a pretty in-depth conversation just about like Pokemon games in general. I kind of wanted to continue that conversation going into this episode since I'm doing a recording session right now. But we were talking about just like what I was dubbing as like missed opportunities for the game and what I would like to see, especially in the rumor mill, because of the fact that Teal Mass DLC was telling us that we're probably going to be getting Generation 5 remakes next. And one of the things that I hope that they do, if they do end up going in that direction, or if they were to go, maybe they do a Generation 2 remake, is I would love it if the game devs said, hey, let's take elements from like all the games that we've done so far in this. So it's like Gold and Silver, yes, but Heartgold Soul Silver takes a lot of those same elements. Okay, fine. But let's take some from Crystal. You know, the fact that it focuses around Suicune, yes, but also like let's make that some sort of event that can happen before the Elite Four. It's like we do it with the Legendaries, and it's like let's do it the same with the dogs as well. Battle Frontier is literally over here next to Olivine. You know, let's have that be something that is viewed as important. Safari Zone. I didn't even think about the Safari Zone, but they made the Safari Zone in this game in particular. Use it in the newer games. Maybe change up how it is. Because one of the things that I liked that they did with BDSP was the fact that they took the POW Park and they replaced it with, what is it, Romanus Island? Or Romanus Park? So you can still... They made it to where you can catch a bunch of the legendaries from older games. And kind of like an homage to how you would just transfer over those legendaries from other games. So, like, they took an area that was used for something else back in the day and, you know, made something cool with it. Like, I want them to do something like that with, like, if they do the remakes for this game. Dude, I'm just telling you, if they remake Black 2, or not Black 2 specifically, but if they remake Black and White, I want them to take so many things that were in Black 2 and White 2 as well, because here's what I'm spinning, right? These are the things that I enjoyed the most about Black 2, White 2. First of all, I enjoyed the game. One of the biggest things with why I enjoyed the remakes was the fact that it wasn't just Unova Pokemon, and that was because I was a dumb kid back then. So a Unova game where I'm using only Unova Mons, that's fine. Like, that's something that doesn't really bother me nowadays. Like, I'm not opposed to the idea, I should say. But back then as a kid, it's like, I want to use, you know, what I know, whilst also getting to learn the newer ones. So when you're not really given that option, it's like, eh. And something that, like, with, like, BDSP, for example, I tried to use Pokemon that I hadn't really used before. That's why, I mean, I started with Torterra. Like, out of the first runs that I did through both Diamond and Platinum in my childhood, I chose Chimchar and Piplup respectively. So I'd never gotten a chance to use a Turtwig as a starter in one of those games. Through a first run through, I used Torterra before, but not as like a starter. So that's why I wanted to do it like that, and I think it ended up working out pretty well. And I would say that that team was pretty diverse because I had Manaphy, something I hadn't used before. Obviously, that was because of a mystery gift. Mew, again, through some sort of gift, had that as a available option. A shiny Altaria, that was cool. That was something that was unique. We walked through the game with a Skuntank and a couple other Mons because we couldn't get Eevee or Rotom in the main game. Which, again, that would have been something that I would have changed for that, because it's like, with that being in the future, you have the ability of forms with Rotom, which is something you didn't have in the actual Diamond and Pearl. And then, because there's 2 new evolutions, why would you not give the player the option to have an Eevee to try out these new evolutions in the main game? I mean, like, that's kind of one of the things that was a big sell of Gen 4 back in the day, or at least I would assume that's one of the big sells. So that's just what I would have done. That's why, like, ROM hacking and whatnot, or like Drayano type games, I think are a lot of like the talk of why people like playing Nuzlocke and whatnot, or just playing those games in particular, because they make a lot of the things that people see as wrong right. Because a lot of what people like is, you know, they like a lot of like continuation with certain things. Like, it's cool to have an imagination and just picture what you think might happen, but it's one thing when you actually have it happen. That's a hell of a pro play right there, actually. This man knew I was gonna attack him. But yeah, if Black 2, White 2 adds... Well, because there are some region forms for Black 2, White 2, isn't there? I mean, Darmanitan is like the only one I can think of, but I thought there was more. Yamask. Yamask was one. So I want them to be able to be used in that game. That would be actually cool. Fusions of Kyurem with both Reshiram and Zekrom. I'd actually like that to be... That would be cool as, like, again, similar to what they did with Oras. Maybe you can call it like a Gets Last Stand type deal. And what you do is you fight Team Plasma like you normally would inside the castle that's in the Pokemon League. You do that. That's fine. You go through and the end sequence is blah, blah, blah. Ends flying away. Yada, yada, yada. But maybe this could be something similar to like Heartgold, Soul Silver, and that you can actually get the other legendary. But the other legendary... Well, actually, no, because you yourself are the hero, so you catch the legendary. Okay, you catch the legendary, and then... Yeah, no, because that's why N comes back when gets Kyurem. So you just play out a lot of the Team Plasma events that happen in Black 2, White 2, but just play that out in an after game. You play that out in the after game, and then it's like that's maybe where you have the fusion of Kyurem happen. I'm not saying Kyurem fusions have to be in the main story, but just like include a lot of the stuff in both those games, because that would be fun. I know that's additional work, but I think that would be something that makes the game a lot more polished, a lot more playable, a lot more replayable, even. I mean, think of Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. They made Necrozma a menace in Ultra Sun and Moon. Whereas in Sun and Moon, he's just normally found in a random ass area. So, like, you make him a little bit more, you give him a little bit more of a spotlight. Suddenly, he's treated more like a big deal. I also would like for Black 2 and White 2, if they're taking things from those games, I would like the whatever they. I mean, I don't know what it is in the White Forest. I would assume it's generally the same thing as Black City, and the tower where you scale and you can fight multiple floors with trainers and whatnot. I can't imagine fighting that in a Drayano hack. I just realized that now. That could be horrific to deal with, because those are long, like really, really long. Because if you do the entirety of the tower in the main game, normally you get a you usually get a shiny, I think it's a shiny Gibble in Black 2, and then I want to say it's a shiny Dratini in White 2. Is usually what you receive. But I could be wrong. I haven't done that in a while, though. Alright, so was it Firo? I mean, I can stay in. This guy's got a team of 6. I might just speed up through this because this is just gonna be annoying. It's not an important trainer. Yeah, he has a team of 6, so Spearow. It's made out of Bidoof, Firo, and Spearow. Skarmory. Oh, and another thing, Pokemon World Tournament. You keep the battle supply, blah, blah, blah. Make it to where in the... But you'd have to... Okay, so, because they got rid of the cold storage in Black 2, White 2. So, you'd have to have... You'd have to have it play a part at the beginning, and then I guess later on you would get rid of it. Because, dude, I'm telling you, there's so much potential for those remakes too, because of the fact that there's a sequel to the game. So I think they should, I'm telling you, they should make the sequel part of the game, like, have the original Team Plasma stuff play out, and then make it to where, like, the uprising of the next Team Plasma can happen. Because yes, it basically says like, oh, this stuff all happened within a 2-year time frame. Yeah, but you could play it out to make it happen even quicker. Are you fucking kidding me? And I want you to realize, I didn't lose that because I wasn't paying attention. because I was 100% paying attention to that. That's why I was making sure that he was healed. I died because he got a fucking crit and it mattered. And not only did he get the crit and it mattered, he also got an Omni boost off of that. I'm upset because I really wanted to use a Toxicroak. Like, that is not even like... I'm not even like being soppy or anything like that. I'm being 100% serious. I really wanted to use a Toxicroak. And I was fully confident that I could have sent him in just now and he could have dealt with this thing. Sure, was he confused? Did he hurt himself? Yes. But did that really... Should that have dictated the fact that, you know, he got... You know, he died to a fucking crit? No, but... That's just... Oh, that's so annoying, dude. It's... Because that was the only way that I was gonna die. That really was gonna be the only way I was gonna die, but... That irks me a lot. Really irks me a lot. Oh, okay. What do you got? Jump love? I want to say this is the last trainer in the water that we have to fight. And Juvia is 35. Alright, that's probably going to be plenty. Did we fight you? Yes, we did. Okay, so we did fight that guy, which is good. I guess what we'll do is go deposit our Krogunk, I guess. That makes me so mad, dude. I don't usually get too mad about, like, Pokemon deaths and whatnot, because I try to keep a somewhat calm and composure, but, like, when the chance of something small happening, like, I remember back to when we fought the Elite Four in Emerald. There was a moment where we had a Crobat in, I think, and we just had to hit a move or something like that. And like I had such a small chance of missing said move, and I was like, also this thing would have to kill me with a crit. So I had to both miss a move and get critted in the exact same turn in order to die, and it fucking happened. And I'm just like, dude, really? There's no fucking way that this is happening right now. And it did. It just did. That's how I felt about that Krogunk, because it's like, okay, I live another, as long as I don't hurt myself, Feint Attack will kill. Hits me with an ominous win, and gets crit, kills me. Neat. Where's the person that gives you the free shuckle? It's not this. This is where the guy gives you the secret potion. Is it with the house with the camera? Is it with the house with the camera where that's the case? Because I'm trying to get my encounters here right now. Is it a house in front of the gym? Because it's bird catcher guy. Yep, this guy. All right. It's an Azumarill. Azumarill with Leaf Guard. and then we're gonna get our fishing encounter here as well, because this will mean we have 4 eggs that will hatch. I'll probably, to be honest, I'm probably gonna rare candy them in between episodes. I think we're gonna rare candy them in between episodes. What is this folded piece of paper? Oh, okay, I know exactly what that is. I don't want to write on that, but I don't have another piece of paper. Scrap I can write on. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't need to write on any scrap paper. I don't know. Alright. Ooh, Black Sludge. That, honestly, that could be good for right now. I mean, we did lose a poison type, but I would like to, think that having that and, potential for leftovers, good. Won't complain about that. All right, but let's go ahead and hatch these eggs. All right, so nothing higher than level... No, we have a level 30 in there. Oh, wait, that could be... Potentially, that could be something that is added straight onto the team. Because I think everything else was 24. Yeah, everything else is 24, including the Azumarill we got in our party. Does it matter what order I take the eggs in? Probably not. All right. Hey Siri. Choose a number 1 through 3. All right, box number 3, and then hey Siri. Choose a number 1 through 23. 20. Okay, I know which egg it is. Trying to keep it somewhat a surprise for me in terms of actually like what the name is and whatnot, so I don't see it. Bike. All right, this is not. This is not gonna be good. That's not what we need right now, especially because we already have a bug type, and yeah, we don't need another bug type right now. You'll have your chance to shine. I'm convinced you will. I don't know when that chance is gonna be, but you will have your chance to shine. Just because your stats are atrocious. Animatured. It's got Truant. But he evolves early, so he shouldn't have Truant. But who the hell with the randomizer said, yeah, this bug that's horrible? Give it Truant so I can't attack every single turn. It's like our Love Disc that has Drought. Like, Love Disc has no fucking attacking power behind it at all. And the one stab it has is nerfed because of the fact that it can bring out the sun. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I need to trade out this Wailord for an egg. He doesn't need to be in my party. Hey Siri, choose a number 1 through 3. 2. All right, box 2. And then hey Siri, choose a number 1 through 21. 15. No, it's 22, but it's still lower than that. So, okay, I know where it is. It's the egg that is underneath the Porygon. So we're gonna go ahead and put you there. Oh, and it is humped. Ooh, wait a second. That could be what we're looking for. I don't think it's gonna evolve, but this is one of the very few fire types I know we have. This is one of the very few fire types I know that we have. Because technically, I have the Castform in here as a fire type, but he's not really a fire type, but I try to set him up to being one. set him up to be a fire type. So this one is actually going to be one. So it makes me wonder, do I keep him on the back burner? Because Camerupt, I would say, is pretty decent. I'd say Camerupt's pretty decent. I honestly think I do. But this is good because now we have a replacement for our cast form if anything does end up happening to it. What ability do you have? Because, yeah, I don't think you evolve in a Camerupt until... God, I don't know. Oh. I mean, what level do you evolve in a camera? I feel like it's like 37 or something ridiculous like that. 30 would be ideal. What do you evolve? 33. Okay, that's doable. Because he'll be 24. That's not that far away. It's really not. And especially because we're not gonna add him right away. Like, there's gonna be a chance that he'll be evolved by the time we actually put him on the team. So that's a good sign. I would like to know what his ability is going to be after. But huge power, yeah, definitely would love that. And I think what I'll do is I'll try to put. Here's how I'll do it. I'll do all 3 level 24 mons in a row, so that way I know that and I just do that right away. And then the last one will be level 30. So, hey Siri, choose a number 1 through 3. Box number 3. And we got 7 mons in this box, so that means there's 23 eggs. So, hey Siri, choose a number 1 through 23. 9, 5, 9. Okay, I know where it is. Egg number 9 in this box. Go ahead and drop this war total right here. And it is DNA again. All right, so we got another Deoxys. But which Deoxys is this? This is probably defense, actually. Probably defense form. Which wouldn't be bad, especially to replace Lunatone if something happens to Lunatone. Because I do have to think like this, because there's a lot of game left. And this is going to be an insane end of the series. If I win, this will probably be one of my more impressive wins. Like, yeah, no, there's no, like, oh, Drayano difficulty or whatnot. But I mean, I'm doing a level booster, which means we do have to beat Red. And Red is going to have level 100. He is going to have a level 100. That much is for certain. It is defense form Deoxys. Okay. You know, that's really good for bulk and whatnot. So, again, it's, you know, same typing as original. He's going to probably have the same ability as the original as well. Which is why once we, you know, start pushing into, like, Gen 5... Yeah, on tempo. Once we start pushing into, like, Generation 5, they make it to where the other forms have, like, other abilities or, like, different typing. So, like, Rotom and Gas Form will actually be a little bit probably better in those games. So, yeah. You are also 24. And now, for the Marowak, hey, Siri. Choose a number 1 through 3. 2. Box 2. And we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Hey Siri, choose a number 1 through 21. 7. Okay, I know which egg it is. Alright, so this is our big one. Level 30 for this egg right here, right in front of the Turtwig. Tactics. I know what this is. I know what this is. If you are a longtime viewer, then you will know. If you remember back to our Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battle series, the name Tactics There is a meaning. There's a meaning behind it. And it could even play a part in this game a little bit. Probably not as much unless it keeps the same actual ability. And normally this mon sucks because Bug is not really good. But the Bug typing got a big buff in Gen 4, so its physical type, or its physical moves are going to be pretty decent. And it's actually a mon that I really, really would like to use if push comes to shove, but we already have Illumise. Illumise has been one of the... It's probably been the most surprising mon of this entire series, in my honest opinion, so I'm not going to take away the shine for it because, like, it's put in the work so far, so for me to do that just would feel wrong. It would just feel wrong. But, alright, let's see what ability you have right now. It's not going to matter because you're going up to level 30 anyways, so you'll evolve. Okay, Ice Body. That's fine. And I will have to, of course, level it up when there's an open spot in the party, so I'm probably going to go ahead and do that now, actually, like off camera. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit that like button down below. It would be greatly appreciated. Next episode, we will surf back over to the lighthouse, give Amphi that secret potion, then we'll come back this way. We'll fight Ucine up top because I completely forgot that we can fight him up top there. Fight him, and we'll start heading towards the Safari Zone, try to get ourselves a little bit more experience before we go and fight Chuck, because I think Chuck is going to be level... He's going to be mid-30s. He might be 35, 36. So I would like to have my team as close to that as possible and not pull a situation like I did when we went and fought Morty. Especially because if he does have fully evolved stuff at that point, yeah, we don't want to get boned. But either way, if you guys enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.